Hi, welcome to the Pink Moon Tarot. I am the Pink Moon Tarotist and I'm here to do your daily reading, or weekend reading as it actually is, for the weekend of the, let me just check, 5th and 6th of December. Today I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite, or in my case it's actually the universal Rider-Waite, but if you've watched me before, you will know that the universal is pretty much the same as the traditional. It's just a bit glossier and a bit more technicaler. And now that I've shuffled it a few times, it's a lot easier to handle than it used to be. So while I'm shuffling the deck, if you would like to like, share and subscribe to my channel, that would be very much appreciated. I really do appreciate every single one of you that watches my videos and comments on my videos, and those of you that subscribe to my channel as well. It's very much appreciated. So if you would like to check out your December readings, they are going to be in the comment box below as well. The links for each sign will be down there, as will the links for if you would like a private reading. You can either contact me via my website or you can contact me via my Facebook page. Yeah, I want that one. Ha! The 3 and the 4 of Wands. The three flipping over into the 4. Nice. And we get the Hanged Man. What do we need to know for the weekend of the Ace of Cups in the reverse? We've had the Ace of Cups a lot and it's been flipping from one to the other. Upright and Eight of Wands in reverse. Again, we've been having that one a lot lately, and that keeps flipping over as well. And the Ten of Swords. Well, actually, oops, so much for being able to shuffle this deck. I'm actually feeling like the Ten of Swords is quite welcome here. And I will explain, once I've picked up all the cards, I will explain why in a moment. What else do we need to know for the weekend of the 5th and 6th of December? Woo! We need to know that the Empress is also in the reverse. Again, she's shown up in quite a few readings lately and she's flipped from one side to the other. We seem to be having a lot of these cards reappearing on a daily basis, but one day they'll be upright and another they'll be reversed. She's one of 2 major arcana here. So not such spiritual big jobs. And we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse and the 2 of Pentacles in the upright. Again, another card we've had a lot lately. And our overall energy is the King of Swords in the reverse. Now, the King of Swords, when he's in the upright, he is your very knowledgeable leader. He is, sometimes it can represent governments, sometimes it can represent bosses, or your own father, or just a very strong male figure. But it's not necessarily a man, it is a masculine energy. And don't be confused when you see a queen or a king or a page or a knight and they happen to be male or female on the card. It just means that that's the energy that's there. So when it's in the reverse, it means that we could be facing somebody that is being a bit manipulative and deceitful. And, you know, just a bit over controlling. And that might be, for some of us, that might be the government at the moment because, sorry, I'm just going to move a bit closer. There we go. That might be the government at the moment because, let's face it, we're all feeling a little bit confused as to what the rules are. wherever in the world you are, there is confusion, especially in the UK. There is a lot of confusion about what we are allowed to and what we're not allowed to do. So I'm not surprised to see that energy there at all as our overall energy. Sorry if I sound a bit out of breath. I've just walked my dog and it's very cold outside and dark. So then we go on to the reading itself. Now we have the 3 and the 4 of Wands here, and this is nice energy. The 3 of Wands is the energy of waiting for your manifestations to come in, you know, looking out with hope, and really, you know, really sort of being optimistic. You know, it's a very optimistic card. It's a nice energy to have. And when it tips over into the 4 of Wands, that's the energy. This can be, you know, this is 1111. This is a spiritual card. This particular deck, it represents a marriage or a union of some description. And it is a card of devotion. So it's, again, it's a really lovely energy to have there. But those 2 cards, they kind of don't fit with the rest of the reading here. And the reason being because the rest of the reading is more about caution. But I think it's more because the 3 of Wands is your card of waiting. It's your card of, you know, waiting for your ships to come in. As I didn't use the other deck today that I normally use, the Lightseers deck, there's no surfboard for him to jump on. He is literally just standing there and waiting for his ships to come in. He is not proactive. He's just looking out across the ocean and waiting for his dreams to come to him. And if this dream is something to do with a relationship, or, you know, some of you may be waiting to actually get married because a lot of people have had to put their weddings on hold, you know, that would explain that sort of waiting energy. Because we also have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is also about suspension. It's life in suspension. It's feeling like you are just in suspended animation right now, and not really able to move forwards. And so, you know, for some of you, this could be literally about your actual wedding that you are wanting to get going with, and you're not able to. But it's also a card of surrendering with the Hanged Man. So he is voluntarily putting himself upside down so that he can see the world from a different perspective. And he's voluntarily suspending himself and surrendering to the situation that's around him. He is trying to see things from another view, another point of view. And then we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Now, the Ace of Cups, like I say, normally the Ace of Cups is your card of abundance overflowing and you know, and love, and it's a beginning card. Aces are the beginnings. When it is in the reverse like this, it is showing that there is a need for more self-love, more self-care. And this could be, you know, sort of with everything that's going on, with feeling like, you know, somebody is not telling you the full truth, and feeling like things are in suspension a little bit. You know, that new perspective can come from the way that you look at things from within. So really taking care of yourself is and should be a priority right now. And then we go on to the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Eight of Wands is my card of warp speed, as I said before. When it's in the upright, it is a card of great movement. Eights are about moving. But when it is in the reverse like this, it just means that there is some sort of delay. Again, we get another card saying there is a delay going on. And there can be a lack of direction in what we want to achieve and what we want to do. And that's okay too, because, you know, sometimes we just need to pause and we need to think about what it is we actually want. And that, you know, that energy of looking after yourself and recognizing what it is that you want, which I know I keep banging on about, is very important. But then we go on to the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is an ending card. Okay, tens are an end of a cycle. And with the Ten of Swords, you know, it's like the 9 is the suspension. The 9 is not knowing where those swords are going to land. The 10, they've landed. You know what's going on. You know what's happened. And it gives you the opportunity to actually heal from a situation. Now, for some of you, you may not want to let go just yet, but that time will come. And it may be painful, it may be uncomfortable, but just remember that when something ends, it gives you the time to heal. And that can be what this self-love is all about here. Time to heal, time to have a look at your life and assess the situation, and really to heal what you're going through. Because with the Empress in the reverse here, we know that there is some sort of emotional instability going on. Some of you may feel like shutting down. Some of you may feel like this is, you know, this is just too much and you don't want to participate anymore. And, you know, it can just make you feel a little bit like you need to put yourself into a bit of a cocoon and look after yourself. And that's, you know, that's part of this waiting energy that we have here, the self-love that is needed, and this ending that is coming, you know. And I don't see this ending coming, I must admit, until the solar eclipse on the 14th. It may for some of you, it may not. And then we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. Again, we're dealing with something that is deceitful, somebody not being honest with us. And it is a situation where there just are no winners, you know, and this could be part of this King of Swords energy in the reverse. You know, just feeling like there are no winners going on. There is nothing that is feeling good about this current situation. Because then we have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles, if you have watched me before, you will know this is my card of juggling. I mean, he even looks like a juggler in this particular deck. And, you know, you may be juggling certain feelings here rather than juggling work and home and those sorts of things. Some of you, it may be more practical, kind of a juggling act that's going on. But some of you, this is going to be about juggling your feelings and trying to find that balance between feeling like somebody is being very deceitful towards you, that you're not getting the full information, feeling like this ending that is coming is too painful and you're not ready for it. But yet there is that hope here of you looking towards something wonderful coming in. And, you know, wands are fire energies. This is a very active energy. And it may take a while. It may take, you know, like I say, until the solar eclipse and the new moon on the 14th. We are in that period of things being a little bit uncertain and up in the air. And that is reflected highly with the situation we have going on around the world with this pandemic. And it's kind of, what's the word? it's like putting a magnifying glass on it, you know, it's making it all seem bigger and worse than perhaps it is. So there is good that is going to come out of this. There is some healing that can be done. We just need to take care of ourselves, love ourselves, you know, forgive yourself if you've been unable to do what you want to do. Forgive yourself. It's you know, it's just one of those situations at the moment. We're all living a life of suspension, like the Hanged Man, and it's frustrating. Let's face it, it's very frustrating, especially with Christmas coming up and people wanting to get together with their families. And you know, it is a time of frustration, and I'm not surprised that some of you are feeling very much like you're not being given the full picture, you're not being given the truth. So let's take a Healing with the Angels Oracle. I'll take that one, thank you. Yeah, that's nice, and that's needed too. We get the healing card of blessings. There are some blessings to come towards you, and this is lovely. This very much needed, and this can be to do with those of you that are planning your wedding. You know, this blessing of a family gathering, of things coming together. You know, if you are allowed to see your family over the holiday period and things like that, you know, there are blessings out there. There are blessings, and that's lovely. I'm so happy to see that card, because boy, do we need it. Okay, what else do we need to know? Thank you. Okay, we get the card of study. Now, swords are all about knowledge, and we have quite a lot of swords here. So maybe it's time to actually study what you're being told. You know, it could mean study in the traditional sense. You know, for some of you that are at college or university or whatever, you know, focusing in on your studies may help you right now. But it could also be about studying the situation that you are in, and studying what the government or your boss or whoever you feel is not being particularly honest with you is actually saying, and see what conclusions you can come to yourself. I'm taking a Healing with the Fairies Oracle, which is also Doreen Virtue. The Healing with the Angels is Doreen Virtue. Let's see. Oh, that one wanted to jump out of the pack there. Okay, that's lovely. So we get the card of visualization. So visualize what you want. Visualize yourself in the future and your loved ones in the future, with everything being as you want it. Okay, that will really help you. It's called Living in the End, which is knew I'd forget his name. It'll come to me. Anyway, but yes, so visualization is a great technique to really focus on what it is that you want. You know, using your imagination. Oh, nice. And then we get financial flow. Nice. So we could be coming out of the period of where jobs and things are unsecure and businesses are struggling. I know they've just announced here in the UK that they're injecting a load more money to support businesses that have been struggling. So nice financial flow. We like a bit of that. We like a bit of our finances getting better. I'm going to take a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Ooh. Sorry, that was too many. I dropped on the floor then. So what do we need to know? Oof. take 2. Yeah. Truth be told. So those of you that are feeling like you're being deceived somehow, the truth will be told. Okay, the truth will out. Nice. And then we get the Thinker. Again, this is going back to the knowledge, the swords, the you know, really thinking about the situations that you're in and working it out in quite a logical way. But also, don't just be logical. Use your heart center as well. Use that visualization, because we do have blessings. Okay? So you don't have to be completely dispassionate about things. You don't have to be completely detached about things and think of things in just a logical way. It is a good time to connect to your heart and really find out what it is that you want, and use your logic and your knowledge and your power to get you there. Okay, I'm going to leave the reading there. If any of this resonated with you, please do leave a comment in the comment box below. As I said, all the December readings will be linked in the comment box below as well, as will my website and my Facebook page, where you can contact me if you would like a private reading. Until Monday, have a fabulous weekend. Namaste.